call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sends it back in motion. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you know, when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hunter. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Boston. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Coming up, fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on it.
Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game, picking up the first down.
Basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job of it.
Got it in the middle. It's Boston. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jordan. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Off play action on first down. He'll throw it. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. Really good patience and recognition, and how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
On the run, it's Hansen. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Fafita. Catch in the middle, it's Sticky. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw for it. Buys a little time. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Lane. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The toss to the outside. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover 2. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day 1.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. To the air, it's Fafita. Makes the catch, it's Moore. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Now he's going to break the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Let's go. Quarterback making checks. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Fafita. Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Dickey. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. Finds a man on the left. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Finds his man. It's Hunter. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Grab near the marker. It's Fenley. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Off play action. Rushes on him. Slings it downfield. It's caught. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Plows through the defense. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Fafita. Skips away from pressure. Fires to the big fella. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Ducks are on the move. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The give on the counter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been...
Breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play play gives this offense so much confidence.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got him. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hunter. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Trojans trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll run it here on third and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Offense changing the play. To the air. It's Mayama. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll try to get outside. There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got his man to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Fafita. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, USC. The defense takes back. To its own hands.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown, but you create the takeaway, you scoop and score. It's a game-changing play. It's a momentum-changing play. And you can see on the sideline right now, they are completely galvanized by that defensive score.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the ground, it's Hansen. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Back to pass. Under fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on it. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They just keep firing. Moving away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive.
Fires deep toward the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll give it to him again. Gets it past the marker. On the move at the 30. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
USC Trojans will take over 1st and 10.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the corner. Finding open areas. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the left. Got the first down. Looking for more. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Oh, he wants it all. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.